Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and this is a swatch video. So the yarn that I've chosen this time round is the Batik yarn, and it's a Stylecraft Batik. This yarn band is one of the ones I've been using. It's indigo, so it's not on this little line up here, but these are the colours that I've got in my shop, hobbyrocks.co.uk. And so I've got all these out because I want to make a project with all of the colours. So that's what I'm going to do. That's why I've got them all out to show you. But I'm going to show you what they swatch up like with, there's just two of the colours. Obviously I didn't want to go making swatches with all of them, but I think you get a really good idea just by the ones that I have shown you in this video. So if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Okay, so the two colours that I've chosen then to swatch are this one, which I think is called Raspberry. Always upside down, aren't they? Whenever I do anything, the yarn band that I need to show you is always upside down. It wouldn't be me if it wasn't. So there you go, it's Raspberry. And the other one is the Indigo, which is this one here. And the reason I wanted to show you this indigo one was because I've really, looking at it, I just thought this is going to work up looking like denim. And I really wanted to see what that looked like, because if it does, and I believe it does, I'm going to make a hat for Gary. My partner is not one of these guys you can make a modern slouchy beanie or one that is a unisex. He can't wear that kind of thing. It's got to be a very plain, manly looking beanie, otherwise he won't wear it. So I figured this would be a really good yarn to do try and make a pattern for a Gary beanie. Anyway, so this is the colour, as I said, that I've chosen, but all the others are just extra ones. So let's move the camera down and we'll have a look at the swatches. So let's get them into some kind of order then. First of all, I'll show you what it looks like done in the round. So if this was the start of a hat, then that's what the top would look like. I quite like that. This is obviously the raspberry one. There are two kind of reds. There's also a cherry, and the blue, there's also this beautiful teal, which again would look like kind of a denim. And I love this dusky mauve one as well. So they would all look kind of like that. But this coral one is just calling my name as well. So I'm going to do a project with all of those. But this is what it looks like kind of done in the round. It's lovely to work with, I have to say. It's lovely and soft. Let's see. It has a little bit of a wool content, but 80% premium acrylic and 20% wool. Now, I've been working with this for the last couple of days. Did a little bit this morning and yesterday, and they've not made my fingers react in the slightest, which some natural fibres like wool can do. But I can't even feel that there's any wool in this at all. It doesn't feel wool-like in the slightest. Okay, so that was working in the round using half trebles, which is half double in the US. So that's what I would do if I were making a hat. Now this one, I edged this because when I've done swatches in the past with small stitch, like the UK double crochet, which is a single crochet in the US, that swatch just does this. So I thought if I put an edge in on it, it will help keep it flat for me to show you. But this is what it looks like worked up in that stitch, in just a normal kind of tiny UK double or US single crochet going all the way around. I like that. I think that looks really nice. Okay, so I also decided to give it a this is the first one I made, and this is for the half treble UK or half double, so the same stitch as the round but on a flat kind of rectangle. Can't say square, can I? It's not really square. But this is kind of my favorite stitch. It's less holey and it's less curly, and it works up really well. It's a nice little stitch. Now you could, if you wanted to, go into some back loops just to give this a little bit more of a texture, because I really like the way the line looks. You know, when you've got denim and you've got that line that's kind of a bit faded out the bottom of your jeans or on a seam, that kind of reminds me of that. So if you accentuated that line, I think that is exactly how it would look. I really, really like it. So then I thought, you know, you've got to try it with a UK treble, which is a US double crochet. You can see they're longer stitches, they're bigger, but it still looks really good in that stitch. Now the yarn is a DK 3-weight yarn, and this hook that I've been using is a 4, because it's not the fattest strand, it's not the thinnest either. It's not a bad thickness, but I used a 4mm rather than the bigger, and that's the result, using it to make a treble crochet in the UK or a double crochet across the pond there. So that's that stitch. So then I thought, okay, what would it be like if you made it into a pattern that you wanted to follow? It's all very well seeing it in a straight stitch, but what does it look like if you make anything that you might, you know, want to make? So I've done a granny square, and here we go. This is what a granny square looks like. So that's UK treble crochets or half doubles across the ponds, and yeah, that's what it looks like made into a granny. So if you wanted to make solid granny squares with this yarn and then edge it in another colour, that's the effect you'd get. I think that's quite nice. I really, really like the granny square. So this is a seamless granny square, and this you can find, I have a tutorial for seamless granny squares from beginners onwards, really, lots of different ones on my channel. So if you want to know how to make the seamless granny, I'll see if I can remember to put a link at the end to doing that. Okay, so then from that one I kind of did, where's that gone? Is this it? Yep, this is what it's like with a modern V-stitch. So if you wanted to do something that's a little holey, a little bit, it's not lacy, but you know what I mean, more of a holey kind of lacy vibe, that's what it would look like using the modern V-stitch. Again, I quite like it, not as much as the granny square, I have to say. So this is I wanted to show you what it would look like. This is the last bit of the ball, so I didn't have much to show you. But if you wanted to take that a little bit further and do it as a shells pattern, it's only clusters of 3 with a V-stitch, but that's what that would look like. If you wanted to kind of make a scarf, like lacy-ish, that's probably the right kind of width, and that's what it would then look like. Okay, didn't stop there though. Now, I've recently been working on a stitch that I really, really like, and I showed it recently on the cotton yarn, the Savannah cotton yarn. I was trying the stitch and trying the yarn. So I thought, what would this look like if I did that stitch with this yarn? And, you know, I still love the stitch. I'm still going to do something with it. I'm not sure which way round looks best. I don't think it matters with this yarn. It's just different. But it looked, the stitch itself really looked lovely in that cotton yarn. It looks good in this, but it's not quite the same. But that's what I just want to show you what it would look like if you were using this to kind of make a garment or follow patterns rather than just plain stitching. So this is the other stitch that I wanted to sort of look at and see what it would look like, because I was kind of looking for yarns to make this kind of variation on the mile a minute that I've been working on, and I like this quite a lot, so I think this is going to be something I will do. So then I wanted to see what the indigo looked like and just see if it did look kind of like a stonewash denim, and this is it. I like it a lot. So if I do the hat, I'm definitely going to do it with the indigo. I love this yarn, I have to say. I've largely ignored this yarn since I bought it for my shop, and I've not really, apart from making a yarn bundle with the colours, and I've not really done anything with it myself, and I've began to think I've been missing out, because it is really lovely. So this has been my yarn of the week, therefore it is on a special offer. It was also a subject of the giveaway. I think it was Saturday I did the giveaway for this, and it was for this colour. So that's worth looking up if you want to get your hands on some. But I have to say, I've been really impressed with this yarn. It's lovely to work with. It's lovely and soft. The wool content does not react on my skin, and if it was, I'm so sensitive, honestly, that if it was going to react, it would react on me. I'm just so unlucky that way. But I really do. This was only using a half treble on this one, which is obviously half double in the US, but say in US terminology. So if you follow the US terminology, it's a half double crochet. But obviously the different stitches would show it in different light. But I have to say, I've been really, really into this yarn since I've started working with it, and I'm definitely going to do something with it now. So I hope this has been informative, and I know a lot of you really, really like the swatch videos. Tell me what's your favourite, which obviously the colour makes a difference, but what is your favourite to show the yarn? What's your favourite stitch? This is my new funny pattern, my new mile a minute. We've got, the others are obvious, V-stitch, granny, UK trebles, which is a US double, UK half treble, half double US, making a hat going in the round. I like that one a lot. And then the little tiny UK double crochet, which is a single in the US. So if you have a little look, tell me what one you think works really well. I think it's quite surprising that the granny square looks good in it. I really didn't expect that. So my favourites so far have been these two. Bit of a tradition, huh? Bit all traditional, doing the circle and the square. Never mind. Well, anyway, thank you for watching. Stay safe, everyone. Take care, and watch out for those new tutorials coming up. Bye for now.